Hey guys, I'm Roden. Welcome to WaterBaby Tarot. So this is my third time recording. Third time's a charm. So let's see if we can make this work. So today I'm going to be talking about the astrology for June 10th, and I'm going to be doing a tarot reading. Now keep in mind the astrology, I'm going to be talking about some aspects that I've been talking about. I'm just going to do a quick review on that, and I'm going to talk about the new moon in Gemini, which is also a solar eclipse. We have been long awaiting this for quite some time, right? Hold on, I need a little chapstick. I'm also going to get into talking about Venus a little bit and how some of the aspects that I've been talking about are contributing, but also getting weaker at the same time. Now, when we get into the tarot card reading, just keep in mind it is general, so don't get hung up on the fact that I'm doing this for June 10th. It doesn't have to apply to just June 10th. Like I said, there are energies at play that have been with us for a while and will be with us for a while. So I wouldn't be surprised if the reading has a message for you about something that you've experienced already, something you're going through right now, or could go through in the near future, okay? So stick around, it could be something in there for you, all right? All right. Actually, I'm gonna get a little bit of water too. My allergies have not been good. No bueno. Hold on. Okay. Without further delay, let's talk about the astrology. And I am sitting over here so that you can have the astrology over here. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so just for a really quick review, aspects that I've talked about very heavily for the last few days are Mercury square with Neptune, Saturn square with Uranus, and Mars opposing Pluto. I talked very heavily and in detail about these aspects on June 7th, so if you want a lot of detail, by all means go ahead and check out that video if you are not up to speed, if you're just coming in now for the first time. Hello, newcomers. So just really briefly, just a little refresher, just a little reminder, these aspects are creating confusion. These aspects are creating a lot of illusions as well. Some energies of deception and paranoia, a lot of miscommunication, especially because Mercury is retrograde. Now, Saturn square Uranus is creating a lot of change. It is very hard to accept, a lot of feeling of being restricted, a lot of feeling like our independence is kind of being taken from us, okay? Mars opposing Pluto with that Cancer, Capricorn, there's this like, tug of war kind of going on with like what are we nurturing, people, our relationships, and our emotions, the well-being of others, or the well-being of our own personal financial security, right? And we're kind of seeing that play out on the global stage with the pandemic. Super quick, very proud of myself. Anyway, so that being said, one last thing to note, Mercury being square with Neptune is starting to become a weaker aspect because Mercury is still in retrograde energy, right? So it's starting to move a little bit further away from that 23-degree point. It is now at 20 degrees Gemini. That aspect is interesting because since Mercury is heavily aspecting the new moon in Gemini, which is happening June 10th at about almost 7 a.m. East Coast time, so adjust your time zones accordingly. I'll probably have some time zones here for you. Normally, when I'm looking at the astrology for these videos, I'm looking at it at 12 a.m. on the day Hawaii time as like a snapshot in time. And I have the time zones here accordingly. I think I'm just going to have the new moon Gemini time zones here for you guys instead, because I know y'all are really interested in that, and it is like an hour after I would normally look at it anyway. Okay. Yes, so Mercury is heavily aspecting the new moon. And so is Neptune. Neptune is aspect of the new moon is actually a little weaker, but since Mercury and Neptune both have an aspect together, you have that kind of amplified effect. So that confusing, like deceptive, what is going on, the shadowy fantasy and the confusion of Mercury retrograde in Gemini is kind of adding on to this new moon, okay? It is that confusion energy is leaving us. It is leaving us slowly but surely. But since it is part of the new moon energy, we are still going to be experiencing it. I'm going to say in waves. I don't think it's going to be consistently. I feel like we're going to be experiencing it in waves for the next 6 months. Okay. Now let's get to the juicy stuff. Let's talk about the moon. So new moon in Gemini is at 19 degrees. The new moon itself, what makes it a new moon is that the sun and the moon are in the same house, in the same sign, at the same degree, right? That's what makes it a new moon. Full moon is when they're opposing. So with the sun and the moon in the exact same position, astrologically speaking, they are both conjunct Mercury. Mercury is at 20 degrees Gemini, retrograding, as we've already said. And they are both square Neptune, which is in Pisces, 23 degrees. Those are some of the biggest aspects to kind of look at with this new moon snapshot. The other aspects were kind of on the weaker side, so I really just want to focus there. So normally, this kind of new moon, like if Mercury wasn't retrograding, if Mercury was going direct, doing its thing, just flying through Gemini, I would say this is a new moon to bring a shit ton of clarity, to bring in a lot of fresh ideas and new thinking and fun, honestly, because Gemini is like a fun energy, fun and having new things and having new experiences. I don't think there's going to be very much of that with this new moon Gemini. I think this new moon Gemini is what's a good word for it? Insecure. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a very insecure energy that we're gonna be working with, because there's gonna be a lot of second guessing. There's gonna be a lot of doubting. There's gonna be a lot of overanalyzing, overthinking, and like I said, with Neptune playing a role in this too, along with Mercury and against the sun and the moon, all in that Gemini energy, it is like Shadow City. It's like I almost want to call the new moon Gemini the shadow mind period, where your mind is kind of getting the best of you in not the greatest ways. Obviously, there are ways to kind of deal with that, and we're all human beings. We all have free will. It doesn't mean we're all going to be running around like chickens with their head cut off, metaphorically speaking. It just means things that have the tendency to be kind of difficult when it comes to our mental capacity, when it comes to kind of dealing with other people, especially, right? Because Pisces, I kind of look at Pisces as a little, sorry, like, what is that? Sorry for everybody who had headphones. Sorry, I did not even think about that. My bad. When I think about Pisces is a very sensitive energy. It can also be an energy in a shadowy version of Pisces. Shadowy Pisces can be like overly apologetic, like overly, what's a good word for this? A doormat. I'll say it that way. Sorry for any Pisceans out there. I'm talking shadow Pisces, right? Has that tendency. Also can be very like emotionally insecure, very emotionally unsure of things, not really trusting of yourself and your own emotions and your own intuition, right? That energy is going to be at play too. And so there's going to be a lot of social dynamics to this, because like I said, Gemini is also social, and Venus is going to play a smidgen of a role too. Our relationships. Yeah. So I expect a lot of insecurity, especially in relationships during this period. I expect a lot of second guessing ourselves, not being sure of what's real, what's not, wanting to be really sure of it though. I also get, this is just a download that's coming in. There's going to be a lot of difficulty with getting into new things. Like there's going to be a lot of want for it and a lot of desire, but I think there's going to be some of us, of course it always depends on your charts and everything and just where you're at in life, but there's going to be some of us that really get caught up in our heads, and you're just going to stop yourself. Like you're going to get in your own way. You're going to be like your worst enemy a little bit with trying to start new things, even though you really want to. Okay. So be mindful of that. Now, July, they're bringing up July. This happens sometimes when I talk about astrology, they start giving me extra stuff. July. Mercury, that's right. So Mercury's going to go direct, right? And it's going to continue to move back through Gemini, right? As it's retrograding, it's moving backwards through Gemini. It's got to come back forwards, right? So even though there's going to be a shit ton of confusion right now with these new moon energies and just with the retrograde energy in general, and with Neptune squaring the shit out of everybody, it's going to get better, I promise. July is going to bring in a lot of clarity, and especially because we have Neptune at play too, and Venus is also in Cancer. How do I say this? The closer we get to clarity, the closer that we're also going to get to resolution. The closer that we're going to get to people kind of owning their shit and coming forward and apologizing for misconceptions they had during this time, or weird paranoia shit they had during this time, or insecurities they had during this time that they projected onto other people. That's going to be a big theme in July. So I expect July to have a lot of apologies written all over it. I also expect June to have, like, I don't want to say fake apologies. I don't want to say that. I feel like June's going to have the illusionary apologies, where it's like, it's coming from the wrong place or wrong energy, right? And so when the clarity comes in July, it's going to be like, oh, well, what the hell is that? Right? Right? So that's what I have to say about the moon being in Gemini with this new moon, especially. Let's talk about Venus a little bit. So Venus right now is square. Oh, sorry. Nope. Sextile Uranus. I have all my notes, but it's very messy handwriting, and it was like Mercury, Venus. It's like only the little thing that like distinguishes Venus and Mercury, right? So my bad. Venus. Venus sextile Uranus. Yeah. So Venus, like I said, is in Cancer. I believe it's about 9 degrees. Uranus is in Taurus at 12 degrees. Venus is slowly creeping towards that 12th degree. When it goes exact with Uranus, I mean, this is energy we're building up to, so you might already be experiencing this, where there's going to be sudden foundational changes that really affect your relationships, especially relationships around family, the domestic life, like your home, right? People you live with, maternal energies and feminine energies. Also, any relationships that really affect your emotional security are also going to come into play. By those, I mean significant relationships, not just like your acquaintance at the grocery store. I'm talking very significant relationships because Uranus is going to be shaking some shit up. Now, these foundational changes that will be happening, it's going to be rocky. It's going to feel awful, especially when you have Mercury retrograding in Gemini and you have these new moon Gemini energies and you've got Neptune squaring the shit out of everybody. It's like, and Saturn also being squared Uranus, right? Creating changes that are really hard to accept and changes that also make us feel restricted or make us feel like our independence is threatened. Yeah, it's a lot, right? It's a lot. As Venus creeps closer to that 12th degree with Cancer to sextile Uranus and Taurus, those changes are going to be amplified. Those changes are going to be really intense. But they are for the better. Sextiles create opportunities and positive opportunities at that. So with these foundational changes, it's for some of you, you might actually see doors open that are kind of like exits that might force you to exit some of your relationships, but it really is for the better. So even though it's going to be like kind of awful, some of these shakeups, and all of them are going to be bad shakeups, some of them might be really pleasant surprises. You just never know, right? But with these changes, just know that most likely it is for the positive and that it is going to be opening doors that you didn't expect or lead to results or consequences that are very positive that you didn't anticipate. So there's something to look forward to there. And like I said, July, expect some apologies to come forward. Okay. Astrologically, I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. Like I said, keep an eye on Venus as it moves closer to that 12th degree. We are, let's see, June 10th, Thursday. It's at 9 degrees. So probably by, I can't think. Oh, I just realized. So June 14th, okay, I want to talk about this a little bit. So June 14th, there's going to be an exact Saturn, I believe. Hold on, let me double check that. Yeah, Saturn. Ooh, this is going to be really interesting. Oh, shit. June 14th, watch out. So June 14th, Saturn is going to be exact square Uranus. That's the aspect I was talking about that's creating all this change that's hard to accept, creating restriction or feelings of restriction, right? Like really pushing you just like kind of go with the flow of shit no matter what you've been focusing on. That's going to be exact. So it's going to be really strong. I believe around June 14th, Venus should be at 12 degrees Cancer, which will be exact with Uranus as well. So Uranus is going to be exact with Venus and Saturn around the same time. Why does well, I like, it made me a little nervous. It's like, oh, is that gonna make shit blow up? Like, when it comes to relationships, oh, let's keep an eye out for that. Anyway, not bad news. It's just news. It's just information. Doesn't mean anything's gonna happen. Just means that that's just the energy that's at play. You could even just feel energetically like shit's blowing up, even if nothing's happening, right? So it's just energy, talking about energy. Okay? All right, guys. So let's wrap up the astrology portion and let's get into some cards, and I'll see you guys soon. Hey guys! Okay, let's get into the tarot cards. So before I even touched any cards, they keep showing me the Queen of Pentacles. They keep showing me the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm actually hearing the word integrity. So that's interesting. I feel like that is all about I feel self-restraint with this. I gotta be honest. I was about to say something and then I had to stop because there's something else I had to speak on. I'm feeling self-restraint. Maintaining your integrity. I almost feel like there's this kind of sophistication, maturity, higher road, adult like energy, very feminine with that Queen of Pentacles, right? That you guys have either been holding on to or harnessing or just embody. Could even be someone else that you're dealing with, right? Or just, you know, message for someone else, maybe not even you. But this is just what I'm getting, and I just gotta say what I'm getting. Where it's almost like you feel like you're being really pushed, maybe even tested. I don't think you're being tested. I think you're just interpreting it that way. All the noise, sorry. I don't think you're being tested. I think you're just interpreting it that way. Like interpreting it as a test of integrity, like a test of can I hold on to my honor in that kind of a way, which I think is kind of interesting, but they're really highlighting the Queen of Pentacles, and that's what I'm getting intuitively off of that. Again, I want to say it's not a test. That's what I want to say. Like whatever you're interpreting as a test of your integrity or your honor, I don't think it's a test. I really don't think it is. Yeah, it doesn't nope, doesn't feel like it. All right, so moving on from that, I want to get cards out here. You know, we're gonna start with the Cosmic Tarot. Actually, I'm gonna take these off. Okay. And my light is kind of killing me. Hold on. Oh my god. Oh. So much better. Okay. Any messages for the collective? But also telling me secrets. There is going to be stuff that's revealed because Mercury retrograding in Gemini does do that. But it does also create confusing shit and like overthinking, or it's like distorted. That's the word I'm looking for. Distorted ways of thinking, distorted perceptions, like distorted ways of perceiving reality and what you're given, even though it does reveal things. And so I almost feel like there's going to be stuff that comes out or stuff that becomes very obvious, but you're not sure what to do with it. It's like I'm almost getting this like paralyzed energy of like, that looks bad. That sounds bad. Is it bad? Like I'm getting like a overthinking of it. If it walks like a chicken, it sounds like a chicken, it looks like a chicken, it's probably just a chicken, right? Don't overcomplicate things. If it's obvious someone is doing something bad or obvious that something is bad, then it's bad, right? Yeah. So that's a big message someone had to hear. Okay. Any messages for the collective, please? Any messages for the collective? Also, by the way, I normally do new moon and full moon. Ooh, the card wanted to make an appearance. I love my job. I was just about to talk about new moon, full moon spreads, and then the moon comes like, hello. Moon's got to come out and talk about secrets, right? The moon directly speaks of secrets and illusions and clarity of things that are hidden away, right? Light side of the moon and dark side of the moon. So here we have the moon. Not to mention, like I said, June 10th, we have new moon Gemini. So here we have it. I was going to say on Patreon, I normally do full moon, new moon spreads. I usually do like 3 of them, and we all like sit together and I do it live and we all hang out while I do these spreads. I'm not doing them again just yet. I've been slowly getting back into work. For the full moon in Capricorn, I do intend to do one for full moon Capricorn. That's probably going to be the first one for those of you who are wondering, okay? All right. So now we got the moon. Yeah, it's this energy of like, it looks like this, it sounds like this, it smells like this, but I don't think that's it. But no, I think that is just it. Like, it's the illusion. It's the illusion. So if something is revealed, just try to take it as is what I want to say. Ooh. We've got, come here. Queen of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Okay. Queen of Swords is that very decisive energy, and it's funny because the Queen of Swords has the Lovers in the background in this deck, which is Gemini energy, right? And it is also air, so it is kind of that like new moon Gemini energy. And whatever's on this Queen's mind, it is about happiness, it is about the home environment. I feel like overall just like joy of life, contentment of life, emotional contentment in life, and what is the truth and how do I get that, how do I attain that, is mostly what I'm getting here. This does feel observational. I don't know, I want to say that. It's like something about this queen feels very observational to me, where it's like this queen is, it almost feels scorpionic, like looking at the environment and taking in information. That's what I mean by observant. This queen is definitely observing something, and whatever is on this queen's mind, I don't think they're sharing either. I think they're really keeping it to themselves, whatever it is that they're thinking about when it comes to getting this Ten of Cups, or what their Ten of Cups entails in their life. Ten of Cups is, like I said, your family, literal family, your emotional connection to your family, your emotional connection to your home environment, or your entire life in general. It is just the total pursuit of happiness, the ultimate happiness and contentment in life. Waking up and being happy, going to sleep and being happy, contentment in life. So whatever that is for you, in your personal detail, if it's on your mind and you're thinking that something isn't right or something needs to change, or you need to start pursuing it in a different way or understanding how to be happy, you're not talking about it. And I do feel like it's because you're trying to practice discernment of what is really my Ten of Cups and what is not my Ten of Cups. So sit with that, and don't make any rash decisions. That is like the biggest takeaway too with this new moon Gemini. Do not make any rash decisions. Wait it out. These confusing energies pass by. Give yourself a lot of time to think about shit. You don't have to act impulsively. Just sit with it. See how it makes you feel. See if it changes. You don't have to act impulsively right now. Yeah, beautiful. Hangman. And it landed right on top of the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Beautiful. And also Neptune, Piscean energy, right? So here we have literally new moon Gemini energy. Ten of Cups is also Pisces with Hangman Pisces. So here we have the astrology of the day in the cards. I love when that happens. It's just nice confirmation to see that. I like that the Hangman is here, like I said, because Hangman implies that there needs to be some kind of shift in perspective, or some kind of shift in belief system, some kind of shift in faith, but this is taking the time out to do it. So practicing your discernment under this new moon Gemini, and anything that is kind of illusionary or you're confused about, you want answers. So you're sitting there and you're getting your answers, and you're not sharing with people what's on your mind. Very good. That's exactly how you should probably handle this new moon. Reevaluating Ten of Cups. Reevaluating what happiness really is for you. Oh. Any other messages for the collective? Yeah, you're not taking any forward movement yet, but you know that, oh, this is big. This is big. This is big. Eclipses tend to bring big change. So not surprising that a couple majors that just came out. So now we have Wheel of Fortune in reverse with the Three of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Three of Pentacles, I feel like you've really put a pause here. So you can practice discernment, and you're not really going to budge until you can come out of this Hangman energy with the clarity that you need of, okay, I get it now. I get what my Ten of Cups really should be, what it really is for me. And whatever changes I need to make accordingly. With the Three of Pentacles, that also implies that there is some forward movement you want to make. There's almost like a building that's trying to happen. It feels really monumental, though. I just felt that in my solar. All of a sudden, I felt like, go right through my solar. Yeah, whatever it is that you want to start building up, you're not doing it till you get the clarity. Good move. But this feels big. Three of Pentacles it's funny, it's an earth energy, but it really has Gemini energy that backs it. Because Three of Pentacles is also about planning. It is about planting the seeds, getting people together, getting shit together, getting the logistics. Like, that's very Geminian, right? Because it is about the new. There are things that you want to do. You're just reevaluating if they're really going to make you happy. People and or events or lifestyle choices. And before you start putting energy towards that, you're like, hold up, wait a minute. Let me figure this out. Let me figure out what really is going to work for me and what's not going to work for me. I love it. Overall, we have the World. Oh my God, exactly what I've been saying. With the Seven of Pentacles, evaluation. Yep, beautiful with justice. Oh my God, I guess it just came out. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, I have to with the Hierophant. This is reeking of contracts. I just feel heavy paperwork with this. Paperwork and obligations and commitments and yeah, let's do this. Yes, I agree to this. That's what I'm feeling with this. Obligations, things that you are agreeing to. Before we get to that Hierophant, the World with the Seven of Pentacles, like I said, you're in a reevaluating mode. Hold on. You're in reevaluating mode here of what is really going to make up your Ten of Cups, what you need your Ten of Cups to look like, and what you need it to entail. So before you can open this door to whatever monumental things you're going to be building, monumental relationships, monumental business dealings. By the way, a lot of business dealings for New Moon Gemini. Also keep that in mind. While business dealings come up, there's all this confusion and illusion going on too, right? Right. So don't be rash. Take your time. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, take your time with this. Because once you decide what your Ten of Cups is made up of, you can go full blast on it. With the World being there, it is about some massive cycles coming in that you're starting and wanting to initiate. You're just taking your time before you do it. Good job. Some of you with the World being here, that is Saturn energy, and then we have that Seven of Pentacles. That's I think that's Taurus. Saturn, Taurus energy. So you guys are really learning a lot of lessons in, especially for those of you who have Saturn, Taurus. How do I say this? I want like a nicer way to say this. Learning lessons and not being so bullheaded. I'll say it that way. Not being so bullheaded and also learning how to cooperate with other people. Teamwork. Teamwork. I'll just say it that way. So as you're reevaluating that justice energy. What is best for you? What's going to bring the most balance to your life? What's going to bring the happiest times to your life here? As a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Hierophant. The fact that Queen of Pentacles is in reverse, I'm not super surprised, because you are kind of like waiting to take action here. Queen of Pentacles in reverse is also somebody who's focusing on themselves, not other people. It's exactly what I was getting here. But you are evaluating contracts as well. So some of you guys, this is all about business dealings that are kind of on the table and trying to understand which business dealings are for you and what direction you want to go in life or at this moment in time in your life. Again, eclipse energy is bringing a lot of big stuff, a lot of big change. You're going to figure out what your Ten of Cups is. You're going to figure out the code between what is for you, what is not for you, what's an illusion, what is not. And you might even have a shift in your perception, a shift in your belief system or faith or emotional perspective as well. Okay. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, heavy contracts with this. Heavy, heavy, heavy contracts with that. Let's look at the Queen of Swords. After some water. Okay, Queen of Swords. Call me. Like, come on, you guys. Come on, call me. We'll do spell casting. Start with the Queen of Swords. Time with the Queen of Swords. Time with the Queen of Swords, please. What is on this Queen of Swords' mind? Fairness. Oh, I just heard fairness. Fairness. What is really fair? That's interesting. Some of you guys might have been feeling like you haven't been getting your fair share, which is also pretty indicative of the energies we've been in, with like Saturn being square Uranus, which is going to be there for a while. Again, going exact on the 14th. Yeah, it is interesting. It's almost like you guys have been kind of realizing you haven't really had your 10 the way you thought you would. Or maybe you thought you had your 10 and something has changed or shifted within you. There is this energy like you haven't been getting your fair share, or you haven't been getting something that you feel like you really deserve. I feel a stern energy with this. It's starting to get a little angry. It's starting to get a little aggressive. That's not bad. It's just, it is what it is. Talking about the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is also like, can be an independent energy, like a single energy or widower, divorcee kind of energy. So some of you guys could actually be, you know, considering becoming that, right? Divorcee, not widower. Hopefully you're not planning a murder or anything like that. Not planning to become a widower in that sense. I mean, I guess, oh, well, I guess there's other ways that are more sad and tragic. So let's get away from that. But you know what I mean? It's like some of you guys might actually be considering being more independent and doing what you need to do to be an independent single person, because maybe you feel like whatever you've been in hasn't been fair. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Whoa. I just felt heavy Six of Cups with this Queen of Swords. I just felt a blast from the past. I literally just felt like all of a sudden that was like behind you, like energetically behind you. Ooh, interesting. So some of you guys are considering leaving a relationship, or a family dynamic of some sort. And some of you are also really reflecting on your past, when it comes to relationships and the things. Oh, no. Okay, they're correcting me. They said relationships specifically, and the relationships that you thought you wanted to have. Some of you are learning what is not okay with you within a relationship. I feel a major looking back at the past. I don't feel regret at all. I just feel a lot of reflecting on the past and past relationships. Talk about the Queen of Swords. Man. 10 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, that feels like old pain. That feels like old shit right there. Some of you are sitting and evaluating, again, what 10 of Cups really is for you, like your version of 10 of Cups and what all that entails. Some of you are doing that by reviewing your past and some past pain here. I'm also getting that some of you are feeling the need to reevaluate because you're actually very much afraid of this energy. You're almost anticipating some kind of betrayal of some kind, or some sort of like, there's a lot of anxiety wrapped up in this. I can feel that, like all down here. It just feels like nervous energy all the way down to my stomach. There's an anticipation of this, a wondering if you're going to experience this unless you change something or reevaluate something. And I think that's because of your past experiences. Keep in mind, Mercury working with Neptune can also create the illusion that this is on the table for you. So be mindful that you're not like just feeding too much into your anxiety and fear and then kind of holding on to this or manifesting this. But I definitely feel like a lot of you, this has been your past before, and you really just don't want it to experience it. Some of you, it's also baggage you don't want to take forward. So before you try to build anything up that's new, you really do want to be sure of what 10 of Cups really does look like for you and what you are willing to put up with and not, so that you don't end up like that. That's what I'm getting. Whew. Guys, make me work today. Talking about the Queen of Swords. Yeah. 3 of Wands. I like it. 3 of Wands is about looking forward. And you have 2 3s here with the 3 of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. Very nice to have in a reading like this. The Three of Wands is anticipation to some extent. So even though you're trying to look forward, you keep looking back, man. You keep looking back. You keep looking back, and this energy, the thought of experiencing a Ten of Swords energy is creeping into your mind. It's already happened to you in the past, and it's creeping back up, and you're like, God damn it. God damn it. What's actually happening here? What's actually happening here? It's like you're trying so hard to be positive and like looking forward to new things, especially whatever new things you already know you want and want to build up, relationships, lifestyle choices, opportunities otherwise. But this Ten of Swords energy is really haunting you, and it's really hard for you to almost not anticipate experiencing the Ten of Swords. Yeah, really take time out to discern. Time out the Queen of Swords. Nice. Ace of Pentacles. Stability. Ooh. Five of Pentacles. God, it's like you can't get away. You can't get away from it. The Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, there's a Four of Pentacles there. So while you're practicing this discernment, I feel like this has come up recently in the last couple of readings too. So while you're practicing this discernment, this Four of Pentacles energy of like maintaining your shit, basically, Four of Pentacles is personal power. Four of Pentacles is I can hold on to my shit. And I'm cool and I'm stable and nothing bad is gonna happen to me. That is Four of Pentacles energy. It's also saving money, right? Some of you guys, these opportunities that are coming up to invest in or build up might actually cost you some money. Again, some of you, it's just the fear of experiencing something bad. Of maybe this isn't my Ten of Cups. Maybe all this shit isn't supposed to be what I should be doing. Or maybe it's not really going to lead me to happiness. Overthinking. Be mindful. Tell me about Queen of Swords. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's literally like the internal tug of war. Got two more cards, of course. And you know what? It's funny because this is all Gemini energy, right? So what do you have for your first two cards? Almost like polar opposites. What do you have for your next two cards? Almost polar opposites. Let's see what these next two are. Oh, High Priestess in reverse with the Eight of Wands. Which way do I move? That's the thing. Like I said, once you can get that clarity, you can take off. You can build up whatever the hell you want to build up because you'll have that confidence and confidence in knowing your truth, right? Of what your Ten of Cups looks like and what's a part of it and what is not. There's no stopping you. It's when you have doubt where you get all hung up and, you know, you got to slow down and you got to think about shit and you got to like feel shit out. But that Eight of Wands is here. There is the potential to be able to just take off with having this discernment. I'm also getting a little bit of an impatience, impulsivity. It's funny, I keep getting this impulsive streak coming up with you guys. You don't have to make any rash decisions. I feel like some of you guys are almost so fearful of this Ten of Swords that you want to make decisions to prevent it as much as humanly possible. That might actually mean you might end up sacrificing some really good opportunities. So be mindful. You don't have to rush. It might seem like you do. You don't have to. You really don't have to. Wait till you get the clarity. Okay? Overall, we do have Six of Wands. It's so funny. Look at that Four of Pentacles. Do you see what he's doing? I got this. You're not touching my shit. I got this. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh at this. There's that Four of Pentacles energy. And it's coming in right with the Six of Wands. Both of these have that, like, egoic energies to them. Egoic isn't a bad thing. It just is what it is. It's self-preservation, right? It's like you want things to work out in your life. And who doesn't? Who doesn't want that? You want your Ten of Cups? You definitely don't want this shit. Again, who does, right? So you're like, I gotta get my 10 no matter what. I gotta get my 10 no matter what. And like I said, hang yourself up, practice that discernment. Don't move forward until you are damn sure. And there's nothing wrong with taking your time with whatever these opportunities are. Underneath the Four of Pentacles, we do have King of Wands. Ooh, King of Cups. With the Ace of Swords. Where are we going with this? Wow. And then we have the Three of Cups. Ooh, guys. This feels like, okay, first of all, Ace of Swords is your truth. That is your truth. That is your knowing. You got a lot of threes here. The Three of Wands, the Three of Cups, and Three of Pentacles, which is beautiful. The only one you don't have is the Three of Swords, and that's the only one you don't want, right? But with the King of Wands and King of Cups, it's almost like the embodiment of these energies. This is where I'm going to go with this. First of all, this is the key to the truth of what it is you want in your Ten of Cups. That Three of Cups is joy, celebration, happiness. Happiness that you get it. Happiness that you have that clarity of mind, right? These are the energies that you want to make up your Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups usually involves other people. It doesn't have to, but it usually does. And so as a Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, these are the energies that you're considering. Do these energies belong in my life? Whether these energies embody a person, an opportunity, because this is a general reading, right? Or certain lifestyle. Scorpio, Leo energy. Keep in mind, Mars is moving into Leo too, very soon. Where are we at with Scorpio? Nothing's in Scorpio. But yeah, Mars is moving into Leo very soon. These two energies, the King of Cups speaks of emotional maturity and emotional wisdom. The King of Cups can be sensitive, but he's not a pussy. Not a pansy, right? King of Cups can understand human emotion, but still does what needs to be done, right? We'll just call it compassionate, considerate kind of a king. Very beautiful king energy. Again, doesn't make him a pussy. King of Wands is someone who doesn't fuck around. King of Wands is very confident. They know themselves. That was a gecko, by the way, if you heard that. They know themselves. They know who they are. They know how to take charge. They know how to get shit done. So it's like, it's almost like this is the energies that you're weighing on. Do these energies make up my Ten of Cups or do they not? Which tells me that these energies have been in and out of your life, or you're now realizing these energies are key to being part of your Ten of Cups, or you're realizing they're key to not. Everyone's situation's different, but these are the energy embodiments that you are practicing discernment on. Whether they're people, opportunities, or certain energies of lifestyle or certain ways of being. It also can include energies that you're embodying yourself, like masculine energies in this kind of a way. All right, but that's going to be different for all of you, but that's the general gist of that. Okay. Wow. So again, take your time. Take your time. No need to rush. I'm going to go ahead and get an advice card for you guys. Do we have any strong energies here other than... Wait, sorry. Looking to see if there are energies that are like super prominent. Let me see. Actually, we do have heavy Pisces. Pisces. Libra. Fixed. Capricorn. Taurus. Oh, it's like... So it looks like we predominantly have like Pisces, fixed energy. Yeah, predominantly Pisces and fixed energy. Where are we at? Oh shit, 45 minutes? How does that happen? Was I really talking that much? I didn't think I was. Okay, yeah, then we're just gonna wrap it up with an advice card. I'm going to do... for advice, I'm gonna do Soul Journey, actually. Any advice for the collective regarding this spread? Any advice for the collective regarding this spread? Ooh, I like it. We have abundance. Very nice. I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Yes, you can. You just want your Ten of Cups. You just want to understand your Ten of Cups. Some of you might reevaluate your Ten of Cups and realize that you were actually just fine all along. There was just some confusing shit kind of going down. Or some changes need to happen. And it's going to be different for all of you. But you can have your Ten of Cups. You totally can. And when this stuff comes up, you're just doing what you got to do to deal with it. But you can have this. You can have this. You can build up whatever relationships or opportunities or lifestyle changes you want. You can have your balance. You totally can. Some of you just might need to believe that these energies don't have to haunt you. These energies don't have to be your existence. They don't have to follow you and plague you and happen over and over and over again. You don't have to look at opportunities and just think, I'm just going to lose anyway. Some of you might just come down to that, realizing that you are kind of writing your own story and that your mindset and what you tell yourself has been a big role in this, right? You can have it. You can have what you want. You can have it. I feel like I need to pull one more. Can I get one more, please? Oh, thank you for delivering. Yep. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love and to not be so afraid. Even if shit doesn't work out, right? Because that's life. Sometimes things don't work out. It doesn't mean you lost. It doesn't mean things are over. It doesn't mean your life is over. All it means is, okay, that has now transformed, and you now have more space in your life for something else to work out, for something else to kind of take up space, right? It's like, that's kind of like the grand illusion and joke of life, is that death is a total illusion and death isn't really real. It's like death is literally just a metamorphosis of energy, and then shit changes, and then something else comes in, or something else is created of that. You have success and abundance because you tell yourself you have success and abundance, and you have that mindset, and then you see the good in everything. You see the lessons and positive things in everything you experience, even if it's an ending, even if it's death itself. This has been a big theme lately, and I keep telling myself I'm going to do a Bomispirit episode on it. I might have done one already, but I'm going to check. Anyway, you're fine. Everything's going to work out. Just follow your truth. Even if you got to take a time out to do it, and don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. You'll figure it out, and everything's going to be fine. Okay? All right, guys. I love you. I hope you guys enjoy that. I hope you guys have a really awesome new moon eclipse experience and a really good day. Yeah, and anything else you guys are curious about, like Patreon and all that, is linked below for your convenience. And I will see you guys soon. Namaste.